This is Micah from Capture King Gaming here with part 7, the final installment in the walkthrough for Titanfall 2. I will finish the final mission and then have the entire credits roll, including a little post-credits teaser for a possible next installment in the series. And when the initial credits start, I will give a little bit about my thoughts and impressions on this game.
Blisk, your problems are not my concern. Once you have delivered the Ark as per your contract, your payment will be transferred by the IMC.
Just have my money ready. I'll get you your precious cargo, you useless nav. Oi, Titan! You're gonna open up and give me what I want.
Voice command. Not recognized.
Let me just rip it out of him.
Can't risk it. The Ark's unstable.
Listen, hero. You have what's mine, and I want it back. Go on. Tell your Titan to open up.
About what? His feelings?
Still trying to be a hero, eh? I have a lot of dosh riding on this contract, my friend. So tell your Titan, if he doesn't open up, I will shoot you in the head.
Pilot in jeopardy. Ocular systems. Marginal. Cannot visually acquire pilot.
Stand him up. You see him now? Right here, right here. Yeah? You see him now?
Functions compromised by severe crash damage.
I don't care how broken you are. I know deep down, some things still work in there. Now open up, or I'm going to shoot your pilot in the head. You still remember numbers, don't you? I'm going to count to 3. 1, 2, 3. Nah, that wasn't so hard, was it? That's the problem with teams. If you don't win together, you die together.
Nice try, love. Say goodnight.
Alright, get the Ark out of here! We're running out of time!
Cooper. Over here. Cooper. I can no longer uphold the mission. But you still can. Take the circuit. It is your best chance for survival.
This sear kit is a very smart idea from a gameplay perspective and from an in-universe tactical perspective. The Titan, being that it's meant to protect the pilot at all costs, will probably go down before the pilot themselves. So it makes sense that in that eventuality, it has an ability to give the pilot one last fighting chance. And also you can take the core of the Titan to hopefully put into a new chassis if you survive long enough. Then you have your data knife, which you know is really the #1 most needed tool in the future. And you're about to be introduced to the smart pistol, one of the coolest weapons in video games.
Cannot confirm. Commander Briggs, I'm picking up a data core, but
I
it's a
have
weak
no
signal.
idea how that would even work, where it can track heads like that, even when you're not aiming down sights,
Commander Briggs, I have a lock
but
on Cooper's position.
it can.
He's pulled BT's data core. You must have the seer kit.
BT, Cooper, what's your status? Cooper, how
It's
copy?
like I only
Over.
have one weapon, but yet I'm outgunning everybody else because it's so overpowered.
Cooper, how copy? Over. Cooper, this is Commander Sarah Briggs. If you can read me, get to the bridge 1 click north of your position.
It also has unlimited ammo. Where these rounds are coming from is anyone's guess, but it's being used to save Cooper and, more importantly, BT's life, so I'm not really going to question it too much. You can also use this weapon in the multiplayer. I believe it's one of the boosts, which basically, so when you play as a Titan, you have the core that's going up to build to 100%. So when you're a pilot, you have the same thing, but it's building up towards you being able to call in a Titan for gameplay. If you want to, instead of calling in a Titan, you can use that meter to sacrifice for a boost, which are, like I said earlier, you can call in ticks, you can call in other abilities, and Smart Pistol is one of them. It has limited ammo in the multiplayer, obviously, because otherwise that would be ridiculous.
Have one last Vanguard in the racks. I'm pulling its data core and preparing it for Titanfall. Cooper, your Titan's standing by. Call it when ready. Stand by for Titanfall.
And I believe this is the first time in the game where we're calling Titan, so it kind of tries to recreate the epic moment in multiplayer, but multiplayer obviously is way more hectic and more satisfying because you earn it through just gameplay and skill.
Hello, Jack.
Glad to have you back in one piece, BT.
Over 25,000, actually. BT-7274 online and ready for combat. It is time to complete our mission.
Commander Briggs to all battle stations. I want close fire support on Cooper and BT. Do whatever it
I had a
takes to
graphical hiccup. I don't know what happened. For some reason it stuttered the video and it dropped audio, so I had to cut a little bit of the gameplay. Anyways, this is the Legion Titan chassis or loadout. It's probably my second favorite after the Tone. You have this chain gun or minigun, and it has two modes: close range and long range. The difference being that the area of impact is a little bit wider when doing close range, but obviously the range itself isn't as long. You also have a gun shield. The gun shield is a very cool thing where it protects part of your Titan, the shield that goes over the weapon, so you can still fire while having the shield up. Then you have a like an extra damage shot that you can load every now and again. You just like do a little bit like if the Titan's on their last legs and you're trying to make sure before they find a battery to heal themselves and be like, here, take this last shot. Ah. And its core is basically tracking rounds. It shoots anything that's on screen, and it lasts for as long as you need it to. Well, not as long as you need to, but the whole time you're doing the core, any shot you do, including the impact shot, it's tracking.
Keep moving. Don't let up.
Where do you think you're going, Outlaw? Tracking targets. Firing. Danger close. Here's one look, sir.
The Stockton just went dark. Give me a sit rep now.
Captain Landiger of the Rutledge. The Stockton took a broadside. It's going down.
Commander Briggs, this is Gates of the 6-4. Are we late to the party?
You're just in time, Gates. How much juice do you have have left in the Malta?
We've got plenty to spare. Don't worry, Coop, we've got your back.
Targeting systems online. We are weapons hot.
All right, pilot. How about you fight something bigger than a grunt?
Firing! Danger close!
I like these pilots talking, like any pilots that are talking shit to me, because you're not important enough to even have a facial model, bro. Like, I only see your Titan, so you really need to calm it down.
Target flash! Firing!
See you in hell, pilot. Salvo core away. Just getting lucky. Laser core activated.
Punched him before his laser core would activate properly.
Now we're talking.
Keep these guys off your back. It's all you from here on out.
Keep it coming, militia.
Cooper, we're tracking Blisk and Sloan just ahead. They have the Ark. Keep moving.
We must stop the IMC from using the full weapon at all costs. If we fail, the militia planet of Harmony will be destroyed.
Attention IMC personnel. This is General Mardo. The mercenaries have delivered the Ark. Prep the fold weapon.
Initiating preliminary fold weapon power systems. Powering up targeting responders.
Set location to the militia planet Harmony.
Initiating targeting systems. Harmony. Coordinates 264.588 recorded.
You have your money, Blisk. Now go. My forces will take over from here.
About time they do something.
I think our militia pilot's trying to be a hero. He's all yours. Keep the salvage.
Who said anything about salvage? I'll do this one for free.
You know what I see when I look at you? A pile of easy money.
Arc injector loaded. Spooling up stage 1.
Sloan has a lot of confidence. I wonder if we'll be able to beat her.
You can't outrun a laser core, you little bugger.
First of all, you can't outrun it in terms of you can't beat the laser itself, but you can, you know, move out the way because there's a lot of cover here. Also, once again, talking trash, but you have flunkies with you, okay? So, not only do I have to take out you, but your little minions as well, which makes me even better than if I went one-on-one and beat you.
Fold weapon timing sequence passing stage 2. Coordinates locked. Report system. Planetary designation. Harmony.
Goodbye, little bastard.
Fold weapon passing stage 3. Calculating space fold projection. concealed weapon.
So now she's feeling pressure, so she's putting in some Reapers. Once again, all this confidence, all this talking about who's the better pilot, but yeah, she needs all these reinforcements to try to take me out.
Come on then, come on. Let's do this, you little perk. Wait! You ain't walking away that easy.
The two biggest downsides to using this Titan chassis or loadout is that the gun shield is not as large as some other shields, like the Scorcher's thermal shield or the Tone's particle shield. And also when you're switching from close range to long range, you basically have to like reset your gun, so for those few seconds you're quite vulnerable.
Cliff, I will not be destroyed by some pitiful excuse for a pilot. Nice try, love, but I'm no pushover.
So for her, you actually have to do an execution, which is something you can do on, once you get Titan's health to basically 0, their health bar will show like the yellow and black caution signs, and you can perform a execution on them. In multiplayer you can do it as well, but some Titans, well, it depends on what the enemy player has equipped, they can put in a meltdown, so once they hit that critical health level, the Titan will basically set off like a mini nuke. So instead of doing execution, you should in fact put a lot of distance between you and that Titan.
Attempting to restore ocular systems.
We fired everything at the fold weapon. No offense on target.
Ocular systems restored. My analysis is throw warning. Hostile Titan detected.
It's your lucky day, hero. I'm not going to kill you. I don't work for free. But you don't get to kill me either. Yeah, you earned this, eh?
Liz, that Vanguard-class Titan is still in there.
Not my problem, Marta. Should have put it in my contract. I've got other people with money to see.
What are you doing? What do you think you are doing?
My analysis indicates that the throw is our only option. Is our only option. The throw is our only option. Cooper, I require your assistance. My auto-navigation systems are offline. Get me into that injector assembly. We must do this together.
Boost the signal. BT, Cooper, our ground teams can't make it there in time. You've got to find a way to destroy the fold weapon from the inside. There's no other way.
Commander Briggs, I believe I have a solution. In its exposed state, my reactor core may be able to destabilize the arc at the center of the fold weapon.
What are you saying?
We can blow it up. I'm sending you coordinates for a dropship rendezvous.
Coordinates received. We'll be there, but I don't see how you can.
Trust me, I have done the math.
I sure as hell hope so. We're on our way. Good luck, both of you. Briggs out.
Way out of this one, BT?
Calculating. Protocol 3. Protect the pilot.
BT, what are you doing?
Trust me.
BT!
Cooper, we just lost BT signal. We're almost there. Cooper, I'm marking your hunt with the coordinates. The evac site might be in midair. There's nothing we can touch down on here.
And if I'm flying through this shit show, you better be there on time, kid.
Move, pilot! I'm tracking you. Keep going.
Cooper survives through this and gets back to the militia. He will insist that there be a funeral for BT.
Pilot Cooper. A lot of people owe their lives to you. And to BT. Barker, set a course for Harmony. Take us home.
You got it.
Ninth Fleet, this is Harmony Command. Good to have you back. Welcome home.
The destruction of Typhon saved the planet Harmony. The militia calls this planet their headquarters. The millions of others call it home.
You all did good out there.
Commander Briggs says I'll be inducted into the Marauder Corps and assigned a new Titan. After the techs wipe what's left of my neural link with BT. I don't know what that'll feel like, to get assigned a new Titan.
Congrats are on us.
I kinda like the old one.
Great job on Titanfall. To all of you.
This is Pilot Jack Cooper, signing off.
Okay, so first and foremost, you can skip ahead to the timestamp in the video to look at the short post-credit scene. But I like to include the credits so that the people can get the whole credit for working on it, and it's nice to see the names and the amount of people that work on a project like this. Here I present to you the ramblings of an insane man on Titanfall 2. So science fiction is my favorite genre, so I'm already biased towards liking this game, and I enjoyed it a lot. I'm actually upset that I didn't get it when it first came out, but I don't know why I didn't. This game was kind of set up to fail. It's messed up because, if you don't know the history, the initial Titanfall game was an Xbox platform exclusive. It first came out on the Xbox One, then it was ported a month or so later to the Xbox 360. At that point, I didn't have any next-gen or new-gen consoles, and I didn't want to get a port because I feel like it might be a watered-down version of the original game. On top of that, it didn't have a campaign, so all multiplayer didn't sound too attractive to me. And then the second game was announced. It was going to have a campaign. Okay, it's going to be good. But then it was announced that it was going in between a Call of Duty and Battlefield release. Literally, it was the week in between those two games being released. That didn't affect me because I wasn't playing either franchise at the time, but there were other games in the fall of 2016 that I had my eye on, and I gave those priority. I ended up getting this game 2 years later, and just the campaign is really good, but the multiplayer is really sings. It's unfortunate now that the community has gone down to maybe a couple thousand players. Last time I played, which was a while ago, there were maybe like 7,000 people online at the same time, and because of that, you also end up doing the same multiplayer mode. There are at least probably 10 game modes, but you basically just end up doing the deathmatch version almost every time. And as far as the story goes, I mean, it's pretty generic, you know. Faceless soldier in what seem like insurmountable odds, and he comes through time and time again. He's the only man that can do this, even though he's one of the least trained people they have. He's the only person that can do it. But it gets better because of BT. The writing for BT is good. They know how to do the dry humor, and he works with the straight man basically in the duo, and the villains are, you know, they're also pretty one note. You know, they're mercenaries. Guy in charge is South African, and they don't really have any kind of impact on you, any lasting, like you're not gonna remember years from now, oh man, you remember Sloan or Richter? No, not really. But the gameplay itself can carry the campaign in your mind longer than that. There's a space for Titanfall 2 in multiplayer and in an FPS genre, because the motion of it, the different, not so much the weapons themselves, but some of the ordinances and abilities, they give you like a little different experience to what there is out there. So it's a little different from Halo, and definitely more different than Call of Duty. But like I said, unfortunately, it just came with two bad releases back to back. You have the Xbox exclusivity, which the one obviously doesn't have good sales, so to make that exclusive just didn't work in their favor. And then EA doing what many, myself included, consider predatory release date, which is to have Respawn basically fall apart and be absorbed by EA now. But all in all, Titanfall 2 is good. It has solid gameplay. The story is serviceable. You know, I mean, you're not expecting to have the greatest story ever told here, but it has varied enough gameplay throughout the missions and a nice balance of pilot and Titan interaction that you're like, okay, I got the best of both worlds. I was able to do a few missions as the pilot, then I was able to gear up as a Titan. So it kind of gives you the stimulating experience of multiplayer where you play as the pilot long enough and now you feel like you've earned time to play as a Titan. And aside from that, and hoping that the franchise continues, obviously Apex Legends is in the same universe, so they're clearly interested in continuing the universe. I hope the series itself continues. That's really all I have to say on this game. If you haven't played it, please pick it up. Maybe there might not be people populating the multiplayer anymore, but there are still people on it, and it's worth a play. And most times, you'll have fun. I remember when I first started playing it, I wasn't doing that well, and then I picked it up and got better with it, and it really is just fun to play as you're just running, wall running. And in addition to, I didn't say this before, in the multiplayer, in addition to people, you know, player controlled enemies, there are also ads in there. So you have the Reapers and some like grunts that are computer controlled, and you can always kill them. You know, even if you can't kill a player controlled enemy, you can always kill a computer controlled enemy and get a little bit of boost to self-confidence, and hopefully you'll come out better. That's all I really wanted to say about this game. Please either stay continued watching the credits, or you can jump ahead to the timestamp in order to watch the brief post-credit scene. BT can still be alive. Titanfall 3 confirmed for next-gen consoles. Hopefully, I really do hope so. Okay, that brings the Titanfall 2 walkthrough to a close. I hope you enjoyed watching this series. I very much enjoyed playing this game. This is Micah from Capture King Gaming saying thanks for watching. Please show some class, comment, like, and share, subscribe.